am excited. Yep. Sounds great. Turn 1 Deathrite, turn 2 Therapy, Veteran Explorer, Flashback Therapy. Look at this. Our opponent's gonna think we're playing a real deck for half a second here. Drop Deathrite, go. The Spymaster himself. Is this Jund? Has to be Jund, right? Name him to Torok? Feels like Jund, right? God, just should always assume they're on something greedy. The Grove threw me off. What am I taking here? It's like taking their Culligan's command away. That kills Birthing Pod, right? Culligan's command kills Birthing Pod. Reasons it's fine in Modern now for 100. Broke the rules. Should just always name Brainstorm on the blind therapy. Oh no! They get to Brainstorm and hide the cards they care about. Well, now what do I name? What level are they on? Yeah, I think it's named Night's Whisperer. Yeah. Oh God. Should have named Ponder. Holy crap, that would have been the next level. I mean, I guess we're getting like a 2-for-1 out of them either way, right? Woof. All right, we asked for some grind, and 4-color Punishing Fire control is certainly some grind. I agree, Ryan. This is probably a miserable matchup. We have a couple surgicals to bring in. Yeah, Culligan's commanded here. This is a Commander League Burgle. No, we're not playing the Voice of Resurgence Siege Rhino pod deck. We're playing the Sultai pod deck. Decklist still unreanimated. Thank you. So many. So I really hope that someday we have an API. Probably pretty dead here, right? Like, the game's not over, but like, the game's over, it's just not gonna like end for 10 more turns. Oh, I should have fetched that. All right, let's concede the game here. Get to the next one. Sideboarding going on here. Thinning your deck is not valuable or relevant when you're expecting your opponent to... what's the word I'm searching for? When you're expecting when you have the card Brainstorm in your deck. Alright, I want these 4, I think. I think these are an easy cut. Hostage Taker not good enough? I probably have Snapcaster in their deck, so it makes Hostage Taker probably fine. It's probably not good enough. I like Redcap, it's a little bit of reach. Is Flusterstorm's good? Probably not. Do they play True Name? Cutting an Explorer. And the reality is just like all bets are off, right? Like they can be playing literal anything, just like the four color greed machine. Okay, that's fair. I'll leave this in. Did you send the resub B11? Let me keep this. A Probe plus a Brainstorm trying to land. Probe now, in case we need a therapy. Weird. Well, thank you for the resub, B11. I appreciate it. Great. Got our namesake card here. Can't possibly lose, right? Eight Ponders. They've got 5 cards left that we know. They know all of my deep dark secrets. Two Karanos in the board of Grixis Delver. That's interesting. That card offers a heck of a grind. You're a force, and you're gonna force my Brainstorm. It's really neat, Larynx. Like, we snap K command with some reasonable consistency. God, that's a tilt. That seems really sweet, actually. I might try that. That sounds really hot. I don't know about 2. 2 sounds like a lot, but A Karanos. I think I'm in for A Karanos. Maybe I should have brainstormed at their end step there. You're the best, wife. Yeah, my wife bringing me homemade chili. The best. All right. What are we putting back here? Doesn't really matter, right? Gonna redraw them in a second. This is so perfect. With this microphone, the noise gate mutes when I eat. Fantastic. Technology's great. We'll draw one of the cards we put back. We'll probe them, draw another of the cards we put back. And then we can play this Baleful Strix, then hopefully cantrip into a third land. That is a handful of magic cards. Yeah, it definitely picks up my keyboard. Nice surgicaling here. They have the punishing fire in hand. I don't think I'm supposed to surgical here. I think I'm supposed to let this happen. Can we belch people after this? Maybe. I don't know if I feel like spending my own money on Belcher tonight. %100% will belch after this league if someone else wants to pay for it. Otherwise, we might play something that I could win tickets with. Fuck. Good one. It's like a really good one, actually, right? Tumos! With the 26-month resubscription over 2 years. Thank you and welcome back. I really appreciate that insane amount of support. Look, the deep dark secret is that the reason why I stream is so I can get other people to pay for my leagues. I like playing Magic Online. I don't like paying for my own Magic Online leagues. I'd love to use this ability. Get a black source and a blue source here, I think. They have Culligan's Command, Punishing Fire, Deluge in their hand. I think I want to take the Culligan's Command here. Especially since I have this Birthing Pot in hand. So, Young Pyromancer, Deluge, Fire. And cast this Leovold here. I think I'm okay if he wants to deluge things away here. I think that's fine. No blocks. Probably some deluge for 3 here. He drew a Cabal Therapy. That's really frustrating. You know what? This is probably supposed to be a basic forest, right? Yeah, probably. Alright, sweet. So we're gonna get to kill the young Pyromancer, because we're either gonna get to Minister of Pains or Murderous Redcap. I assume they're gonna flash this back and kill Murderous Redcap. After stumbling a little bit, are we actually ahead here now? Feels like we're ahead here a little bit, right? This is one-sided? That's great. On this. It's really awkward. Did I want to play that land? I probably wanted to play that land, didn't I? Surgical myself to shuffle. Is that awful? That's probably awful. Just gonna leave a card in my hand here. In case they have, what's it called? In case they have a call against command. Maybe, I think I needed to take the Pyromancer off the table next turn. Did you Jace the Mind Sculptor? No cards, Drew Jace, yep. Yeah, that's probably the end of it, right? It's not how you use Surgical Extraction. You don't use Surgical Extraction to take random cards out of their deck. You use Surgical Extraction to interact with their graveyard in response to graveyard-based things. We're pretty dead. There's a Surgical on top of our deck. They're gonna get to Brainstorm with Jace 2 more times before you have a chance to draw a relevant card. If we weren't Brainstorm locked, I'd have played with a few more turns there, but we are Brainstorm locked, so I don't really think that's worthwhile. While we wait for the next match to pop, I would just like to say good morning, afternoon, and good night to everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your day here with us. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a TCG player and content producer. We're hanging out, playing some Legacy here this evening. If you're enjoying yourself and you want to see more sweet legacy decks, please hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see and want to help me produce more of this content, the best way you can do that is by subscribing on Twitch. Subscriptions help support myself financially directly so I can spend more time doing this and less time doing other things. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell Magic online cards with you. Use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them. You'll save 8% on all of your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com. Hey, become a better player by watching your streams. Thanks for helping me improve. I'd like to pay for your next league entry. I'd like it to be Legacy, but a deck of your choice. Thank you very much for the donation, F. Gator. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate that support. I'm glad you're learning while watching the streams. Thank you, thank you. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, and sleeves with them. You can upload your own custom artwork or choose from their wide selection of custom artwork that they have on their website to pick from. And finally, SpareDeck.com. They offer kind of a unique service. They will rent you any physical, standard, or modern deck. You can rent a deck for a weekend or up to an entire month from them. And they also have a service where you can just pay a flat rate per month and always have a deck rented out. That donation does mean we get to Belcher people. It's been a little while. I think we should Belcher people after this. Greatness at any cost with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome. I appreciate the support. Let me keep this. Is this a Brainstorm Forgives All Sins keep? I think this is a Brainstorm Forgives All Sins keep, but I'm gonna keep this. Well, Debut, welcome back. I do appreciate it. Let's put this into play and then ship the old turn on back here. Would you play a vintage Tron deck on a donation? I think vintage Tron would be bad enough that it wouldn't be funny. It's like we played the Popeye Stompy deck the other day, and it was just so bad it wasn't even funny to play. And I feel like vintage Tron would probably fall into that category. Because, like, you have so much fast mana in Vintage that, like, you're not really gaining anything by playing Tron. Deathrite Shaman, sure. On another opponent who is smart and thin and playing the best card in Legacy. I just want to see some card in Vintage. That's fair. Karn in Vintage is a noble cause. I'm gonna put these two back. Play this out past the turn. Wanted to thank you for all the content produced and all the discount codes that get us access to. Got this sweet mat printed with your logo. Nice. I don't actually think there's any decks in Vintage that would, like, could cast a Karn reasonably. Or even, like, unreasonably. Yeah, exactly. Like, Karn killing people's lands, like being a Stone Rain with Suspend is a big part of the reason why it's very good. Alright, do I want to draw the basic forest on top of my deck since they wastelanded me? I don't think I do. We could just play Ancient Tomb and then you only need 2 boxes and a Lotus. Only need 2 boxes and a Lotus. Oh no, am I getting stifled? I think we're about to get stifled. Ugh. Well then. I mean, there's a basic forest on top of our deck right now. Karn is just a better Liliana of the Veil. You're not wrong. One mana Stone Rain is really unfair. Let's draw some lands here. Wannabe Beetle! With the Twitch Prime subscription. I know that says you're a new sub there, but I'm pretty sure I recognize that username from before. Thank you. Welcome back, or welcome if I'm misremembering. Did I ask if you wanted to play around that and then I ate a chip? Thanks, Ryan. So what you're saying is this is your fault. Now, Grixis Delver plays it on occasion. It's kind of off for Sultai Delver to play Stifle. Just your daily reminder that Deathrite is 1/2. You're not wrong. Why does this card have a second point of toughness? Does anyone really know? Dear Wizards of the Coast. Why does it have 2 points of toughness? Please elaborate. Hey, Amos Finn with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you, and welcome. More scary 1/2s. Land? Built. Oh man, Phantasmal Imaging True Nemesis is a delight, isn't it? I'm saying that it would be far more fair if it was a 0/1. I think if it just had Noble Hierarch stats, it would still be pushed and powerful, but it would fold to more answers and like take more splash hate. I think missing that land means we're going to be too far behind. This Deathrite Shaman, this True Nemesis is going to get another hit in here, and our life total is just going to be low enough that like these Deathrite Shamans are going to drain us out from here. Alright, are in fact playing Sultai Delver. Like, if we would have gotten to Minister of Pain away the True Name last turn, and then we could Baleful Strix to hip check this Tarmogoyf, we'd be okay, but I think even if we hit the land here, yeah, frickin' die. This is definitely a fatal push-in matchup. Snapcaster for the pushes. Do I just cut probes and therapies? Is that a thing? Is that unreasonable? So I guess Glen Elendra's not very good. Card seems okay. Maybe Edric's a little slow. Do this maybe. I guess therapy's pretty important with Veteran Explorer. Yeah, check out there. Like trim some of the top end. That. Let's do it. Dragonlord's really slow. Bringing Dragonlord against the Stifle Wasteland Likely Days deck seems like a fool's errand. This is one of the matchups where Veteran Explorer really shines. Opponent doesn't have any basic lands in their deck, so Veteran Explorer is a one-sided we get 2 basic lands, which is pretty powerful. You like Fluster versus Stifle Delver? Maybe. Stifle's actually pretty good against Birthing Pod activations too. Be a little bit brutal. Sand seems fine. Like, not exciting, but fine. You think so? Now they went to 6. I'm gonna hold the therapy for now until I have a probe or like a little bit of information on what they have going on, I think. I have a push for a Deathrite Shaman. And if you're offering, I am fat. Why I'm so fat and I'm hungry. Are you gonna let me starve?
Yeah.
No, don't let me. Don't let me starve. I'm so hungry. Chat, she's not gonna feed me, chat. No, I need to eat some more. You hear her fat shaming me? I'm so upset. Making fun of me. Hope everyone out there is having a good time. Just bat with the harshest truths. Only winners get more food. I'm gonna brainstorm in response to their brainstorm here, I think. Get some non-basics. I think that's fine. Put back this. Put back a therapy. Food is for people that get past the quarters. You're not wrong. I'm really good at losing in the quarters, though. Like, exceptionally good at it. Tron players are smart and thin. You're not wrong. She brought the fat man more food. There aren't any crackers on here. Sure. Sure. She gets half a point. She gets half a point. She gets... Got the chili, forgot. She might have screamed profanity at me when I said she got half a point. Ugh. Where are the carbs? I need carbs on my chili. Eat some carbs on my chili. There's that Deathrite Shaman we know and love. Nobody loves you, Deathrite Shaman. Alright, so we're gonna... Is there a donate directly to Christy button? Feels like there needs to be, right? I'm gonna play this. I want to name days here. Now they're on the draw, they're probably slightly less likely to have days in their deck. We'll just name the 4 of probably Ponder. Yeah, Ponder. Man, has the force and everything. Should have named Brainstorm. Tilt. This is probably gonna get forced. Pretty sure it was right to name Ponder or Force there. Maybe it's supposed to be 4 since I really care about the Veteran Explorer resolving. It's probably the case. Likely 4 forces in their deck. Yeah, I think so. I misassessed what we cared about. Legacy is mostly fair decks, Burgle. The fair decks in Legacy are much, much better than the unfair decks on average. Pithing Needle. All right. Do they know about this Misty Rainforest? Do they know about this Misty Rainforest? That has to be a ghost, right? I didn't reveal my hand at all this game, right? I'm like, there's a Misty in my bed, in my bin. What would they know about the Misty Rainforest from? I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Is what it is. Look, if you have to ghost to beat my Legacy Birthing Pod deck, more power to you. More power to you. No, I don't care. I have every right to ghost. If I am silly enough to broadcast my matches for the entire world to see, and you wanna look at my hand while we're playing, more power to you. Just go nuts. They have a Deathrite Shaman in their hand that I know about, right? Pretty sure. It goes Cabal closer to Halloween. Is there a plan for a spooky Halloween stream? We get him to Toract here. All right, name him to Toract, I guess. Pentachill 16 is the spookiest number with 3 subscription. Welcome back. I do appreciate it. Like, why wouldn't you just hit me? Like, there's no reason not to hit me there, right? Except, you know, I have cards I can't cast. They get hit by their own ghost, right? Oh, that's fucking hilarious. This is glorious. I didn't even realize that. That's phenomenal. That's just good, clean living right there. Let's just snap this Brainstorm. I like how they brought in Diabolic Edict against the Veteran Explorer deck. Seems classy. These two back. Had the Trop so I can't get him away. What you got? All right, I drew the him. Now we'll get some sweet value here. Green, this. Eternal Witness, get back Baleful Strix, draw a card. That's just the cleanest of living right here. Run as one card and as a Diabolic Edict. Here's my Baleful Strix. I mean, like, so I've talked about this before. Like, if you're getting ghosted while you're streaming, you don't have any right to be upset by it. Like, if you care about someone being able to see your cards while you're playing, you shouldn't stream. Like, if I genuinely didn't want people to be able to ghost, I wouldn't stream, and it's okay. Diabolic Edict out of their hand. It's not unethical. It's like if your opponent sets their hand, let's say you're playing a paper Magic tournament, and I hate that too. I hate when people are like, it's unethical or you're cheating or blah 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 blah. It's not unethical and it's not cheating. If your opponent in a paper Magic tournament puts their hand face up on the table, you're allowed to look at it, and you're not cheating, and it's not unethical for you to look at your opponent's hand when they set it face up on the table. I am effectively putting my hand face up on the table for the entire internet to see. And if the person I'm playing Magic with cares more about winning for these points than like getting in a testing game of Magic, like, that's fine. If you just want to, if you're doing your best to win every possible match, yeah, you should ghost the people that are streaming. Like, that's just a fact. You're not a dick for doing that. You're not sleazy. You're not playing against the rules. That's just how it is. There's a reason that why when I play like the Legacy Challenge this morning, I didn't stream the Legacy Challenge. It was an event that had a $25 entry fee, so I wasn't going to stream it to give people the opportunity to ghost. Like, that's how it works. The events that I care about people ghosting me in, I don't stream. It's so weird. It's so weird. Eternal Witness is pretty good, isn't she? She's my lady. Come my lady, come my lady. You're my honey pie, sugar, baby. I thought ghosting... Why would it be against the Magic Online Terms of Service? Why do the Magic Online Terms of Service have anything to do with you streaming? It's not strictly about the entry fee. It's more so about the prizes related. It's not unsportsmanlike. It's not. Again, I direct you back to the, if your opponent drops their hand face up on the table, it's not unsportsmanlike to write it down because they messed up. They put their hand face up on the table for you to see. You're not bad for looking at it. This is great. I get to just attack in with my squad. They eat an Eternal Witness. I just play another Eternal Witness. Triple Forest plus 4 Strix is probably bad. Maybe. I have plenty of health. Let's just pay health for this. I hate when Magic players do what Shieldbot here just did. You are trying to associate something that has to do with, if you think playing a children's card game by the rules and anything related to sexuality or people in general are even remotely the same, you are wrong. Things aren't black and white. There are shades of gray in varying amounts of that. Yeah, the analogy is just, it's terrible. I get it. I get it. You wanna just put the line in the sand and say, hey, it's all wrong or none of it's wrong. And it doesn't work that way. That's not how life is. Life is varying shades of gray. As we always say here, you're entitled to your opinion regardless of how wrong you are. You are certainly entitled to think what you want to think. That being said, this Twitch channel is not a democracy, it's a dictatorship. So don't be a dick or we're going to ban you. Alright, let's crack this fetch land, play this other witness out since it's going to be lethal. Probably rebuy the Snapcaster Mage so we can snap a Brainstorm next turn. Year show shades, yep. Eternal Witness is real. I honestly think we joke about what Richard Garfield intended. This feels like a card that Richard Garfield wanted to exist. Just like good clean value. good clean value. I feel like that Tarmogoyf's gonna meet a fatal push. By that I mean they know they're dead. No, they know they're dead. My favorite part is when someone who's an idiot tries to back out of it and double down by like, nah man, I was just trolling. It's like, no, there's a difference between trolling and just being an idiot. I promise you there's a difference. And you were in fact just being an idiot. So don't double down on being an idiot. Or we ban you because it's a dictatorship and I'm the dictator. Alright, what are we doing here? Just click and submit. I feel like we're clicking submit. Do I want this Reclamation Sage to kill Pithing Needle? Probably not. Probably not. Let's just submit. Going on, foot and mouth. I have to decide. The Dragonlord, we already brought in the Dragonlord. We brought it in the first game. First match against the control deck. Tusk is really slow. And seems decent. Mulligan, God bless. We like to party. We like to. Oh, it kills library. That's a good call. Okay, yeah. I like the Rec Sage. I should have brought that in. I didn't think about the library. There has been a distinct lack of actual potting so far. You're not wrong. Look, I run this stream exactly like we run the American government. You give me enough money, you can make anything happen on this stream. For enough dollar bills, I will do essentially anything. I mean, it's pretty bad, right? I'll do this again. I might just play this Bayou and pass. I don't want to get this Veteran Explorer dazed. That's a good draw, because it means they can't wasteland me. Oh yeah, 10 out of 10. Buck naked, $1 million will get banned from Twitch and everything. Just all the clothes are off. Look, anyone who tells you they don't have a price hasn't been offered enough money yet. It's just the truth. Just drew a black source so they can hymn to Torark us this turn. Oh, they took my blue source away. Took my blue source away. Every match you ever streamed, you wouldn't mind your stream would be affected anyway? Nope. I mean, if the ghosting on every match caused me to lose enough money that like streaming wasn't profitable anymore, I'd stop streaming. Like that's just a fact. I would just like would be done streaming. This is a good draw, right? I get to take their days and their fatal push here. Because Bone Shredder's a 3 cost for Birthing Pod. So their hand right now is Days, Fatal Push, Tarmogoyf Wasteland. I'm gonna play this Veteran Explorer out. We like to party. We like to party. We like to party. I think I'm just taking their fatal push here, right? I don't care about this Tarmogoyf at all. I have fatal push and Bone Shredder. I'm pretty sure I'm just taking their fatal push. Like, I don't really care about the fatal push either, but like, if they play Tarmogoyf next turn, I'm going to just like Bone Shredder it. It's like, who cares? Sure. We haven't actually seen any Delvers out of our opponent yet, right? Yeah, someone asked about streaming nude for $1 million. Like, let's be honest, my number's probably lower than $1 million. You could probably get me naked on Twitch for the 2 minutes before they take me down for like, I don't know, let's say 300 or 400 grand. Half that. Getting Underground Sea here. I have double green cards and Eternal Witness. Do I have any double black cards in my deck? No double black cards with a Murderous Redcap. Tropical Island. Yeah, like, if we're being honest, right? Like, I'll get banned from Twitch for a couple $100 grand and then we'll fire back up on, like, some second-rate streaming service. So, yeah, exactly. YouTube. Second-rate streaming service. Just fire up on YouTube. I think this fetch is actually getting that Dryad Arbor out. Did I put pot? I think I forgot to put pot in the deck. I think they ban you as a person. I'm pretty sure they ban you as a person. How much to shill for wizards from now on? I don't know. They'd have to be paying me like a full-time job, probably. Inventory kind of sucks. Dryad Arbor. When I cast this Brainstorm, so we could possibly hide some stuff or make them discard bad cards. Yeah, I really don't need Veteran Explorers at this point, right? Put these two back. You have Tarmogoyf and then one card I don't know right now. I mean, it is a feature if you consider the fact that it makes my leagues free, Pentachills. Can you stream games on a porn platform? Asking the hard-hitting questions, really. How much to get me to talk about politics? That's a tough one. Because, like, talking about politics on stream could, like, realistically end my streaming career. No matter what you say, no matter what direction you come at it from, you're gonna piss off some segment. Huh. I want to just play the Bone Shredder. Stream on Red. Whoever, speaking of RedTube, don't go to that site if you're a child. Whoever named YouTube Red, man, I hope they got fired because they really messed up. I really hope they no longer work for Google because mistakes are made. I remember YouTube Red came out a while ago. We used to get people and tell them to go to RedTube as a free YouTube Red trial. That was just the darndest. Oh, tap my lands wrong. Yep. Should have left one of these up so that way I could cast the Deathrite Shaman and still attack with the Dryad Arbor. Deck is certainly sweet. This is game 3, right? We win this game, we win the match. I don't even know what we're getting, but we have a birthing pod, so we need to get something. I don't have any good 4-drops, do I? I boarded out the Glen Elendra, didn't I? We finally drew the birthing pod, and I have nothing useful to do with it. What a tilt. What a tilt. Drew the birthing pod, have nothing useful to do with it. Just like winning this game without the birthing pod. This is so sad. Like, are we getting surgically extracted? I'm getting stifled. We just got our Eternal Witness trigger stifled. That's just good clean living right there. Woo! 8 months, Apprentice of Bolas. Our Twitch baby is growing large inside of me, and it is almost ready to pop. Welcome back, 2/3 of a year. I appreciate the continued support. That's just good deck building. Oh, I have a Murderous Redcap in my deck still, right? I have a Murderous Redcap in my deck. Look, I don't even like playing Lantern in the format where it's good. Why would I want to play Lantern in the format where it's bad? Oh no, not a true name nemesis. How will I ever best this magical card? Stifle. We like to party. We like to party. We like to party. Oh no, my Phantasmal Image is in the bin. It's really sad. I was gonna pod into a Phantasmal Image. Huh. What do we have in here? I could get a Baleful Strix. Oh, I could get a Baleful Strix. My Phantasmal Image is in the bin. Opinion True Nemesis as a creature. I think True Nemesis exemplifies the non-interactive magic that Wizards of the Coast likes to push. I don't have any choose in play. I think I'm gonna go ahead and exile this Brainstorm and then pod my Deathrite into a Baleful Strix. And then set up Strix for a Minister of Pain next turn. I have a Scavenging Ooze in here too. Oh, let's get Baleful Strix. Oh, I have a Hostage Taker. It's unfortunate that unfortunate there are no hostages to take on the opposing side of the board. Of course it flies. Are you ready? Bone Shredder is ready. Fatal Push. It's rude. Attack me with True Name so you die. Can you attack me with True Name so you die? You think my opponent will attack me with True Name so they die? Nope. Do I want Scavenging Ooze? Nah, I just want Baleful Strix. Let's draw some cards here. Good clean living here. Ooh, ooh, found a piece of candy. Found a piece of candy. Skip Dash with the 100-point cheer. Thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome. It's Phantasmal Image here. Your move, Yugi boy. This is the Sylvan Library. See if I can dig them out. I guess I'm a little soft to a Toxic Deluge, right? They deluge me here that there's nothing left on the board and I can't Phantasmal Image anything. Hope the OP is ghosting so they can hear how smug I am. God bless. God, how good is this Minister of Pain about to be? Phantasmal Image, their true name. Don't kill them with Redcap. How good is this? Prototype in session, thank you for the cheer. How good is this Minister of Pain about to be? Think we're gonna take my opponent to the Browntown beatdown? GG, no re. Be 1-1 with our Legacy Birthing Pod deck. Remember when people were saying, where's the Birthing Pod? Pod's right there, and it is glorious. Is glorious, glorious, glorious. Hope everyone out there is having a great end to their weekend. Hope you're having half as much fun as I am here on a Sunday evening, hanging out, playing some Legacy. Might need to rate this stream bar for this kind of beatdown, right? Alright. Let's get the Phantasmal Image in here. Hostage Taker the Strix to draw more cards. Alrighty, Birthing Pod. This guy. Get the Minister of Pain. Exploit this poor little Dryad Arbor. Trigger. Minister of Pain knows how to party. Look at him, just blowing the skull off there. Alex likes someone that knows how to party. Let's play my favorite game. How much RAM is Magic Online using? Ooh, only 2.1 gigs of RAM. We don't have to restart Magic Online until it's 2.5 gigs of RAM. Or 2.4, somewhere around there. It starts running unbearably slow on my computer when it gets into the 2.4 range. Remember, this is the third Legacy deck we played this evening. We played a league with Temur Delver, and we played a league with Red-Black Reanimator. Those are uploaded to my YouTube channel, and I'll hit publish on those as soon as the stream is done here this evening. So be sure to check that out. There's a link down below the stream in the information section for my YouTube channel. The old still had all these. What would MTGO do if large address aware used 12 gigs of RAM? How many gigs of RAM is my VM? My VM has 8 gigs of RAM. So I'm actually, I'm streaming from a Linux computer and I'm running Magic Online in a Windows 7 virtual machine. I give my Windows 7 virtual machine 4 of the cores on my i7 processor and 8 of my 32 gigs of RAM. Temur Delver is really bad. It is much, much worse than Grixis Delver. You gonna do a fourth league, or we're gonna have to go before that? Maybe. We're gonna see how long the rest of this takes. I might do a league with Belcher to close out the night. We had someone send the donation to say that said play a league of my choosing, and Belcher is definitely a league of my choosing, and Belcher is fast and dirty, so. And next week, I'm gonna be doing some extra time this week on my streams, because next week I'm gonna be out of town for 5 days on a trip. You stream from? Yeah, I'm streaming from my Linux computer right now. You have my Windows virtual machine window captured here. Always name Brainstorm on the blind one. Days Pierce. All right. How's Big Red position right now? It's fine. It's not great against Grixis Delver, but most decks aren't great against Grixis Delver, so like, what Linux distribution do I use? I use an Ubuntu-based distribution called Bodhi Linux. It's actually a project that I helped manage. I started it back during undergrad with a few friends. I think I still work on today. Man, this Delver is about to get shredded. Trigger. The actual part that we care about of what's happening right now is the Veteran Explorer trigger. Sure. These two. And the therapy was just, so we know my opponent has a Daze of Pierce and a Bolt. I think we're just passing the turn here, and we'll Shredder them next turn. Are you ready? Bone Shredder's ready! We have more than enough mana sorcerers to play around the Daze here. Ugh. Well, that's something. This is why the Delver deck's good. Like, to force my play. Best deck in standard. Teamer Energy, not particularly close. In a not particularly close race, Teamer Energy is the best deck in standard. That is a phenomenal draw. Huh. You want to lead on that, right? Peraza sockets. Yeah, that's definitely the case. Lead on this, actually. They might pitch the Daze to the Force. So they have Bolt, Pierce, Daze, Force, and one card we don't know. Yeah, if they pitch Daze here, then we get to play this afterwards. So, like, the problem with yep, they pitch Daze. The problem with leading on the Strix is that they'll just bolt it, and then I can't make a 3-mana play this turn because they still have the Daze. MTGO barely works on Windows. It does not work via Wine. Hex runs via Wine. All of the Unity games run fine via Wine. Eternal, Hex, Test Legends, like all of those games work fine via Wine. I mean, like, if you're an experienced Legacy player and you see your opponent play Veteran Explorer, you should just assume that their deck is like this wasteland of EDH staples. Is basically what you should expect from there. Next turn, I just get to witness Bone Shredder, right? Yeah, I would be very surprised if Unity does not work via Wine. It's actually one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to Arena. I can not run a Windows virtual machine. Brainstorm here is a bit of a tilt. It means they're gonna have more access to cards like Daze, so maybe I'd want to be conservative and witness Baleful Strix next turn, so I could do that through a Daze. Probably likely. It's a little bit soft to bolt though. What do you think here, Ryan? Do I go Witness Shredder or Witness Strix? The upside on Witness Shredder is much higher. Start by casting Eternal Witness, see if it resolves. I think I'm supposed to just get Baleful Strix back. Draws a card. They have a Lightning Bolt and flip. I guess that's fair. They're pretty unlikely to keep a Daze when I have this many lands. Yeah, maybe this is too conservative, and I'm just gonna get killed for trying to play from behind. Because Bolt is good because they're trying to race anyways. Yeah, I'm probably just supposed to get Shredder there. Yes? I think I put it on GitHub. Now it's on GitHub. that typing was a git commit. Spell Snare, sure. They don't have a bolt, we'll be in a pretty reasonable spot here. Might not have the Spell Pierce anymore. Another Delver's pretty good. Hey, Knight! Message you a deck list in Discord. Hope to get your advice and watch you play. Sweet. Thank you. Thank you for that. I don't think we're going to get to another longer list tonight, but I will add you into the queue and get you some feedback after the stream for sure. Thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate it. They kept the Spell Pierce. Alright, so we're dead to Delver flips here. Oh, dead to the Delver flipping. Flip to Stifle too, of all things. Close game. I think I messed up by not getting the Shredder back. I could have been 3 health higher here because of that. I'm gonna leave the Thragtusk in. Not a big thing to go get, I think. Let's try. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the Edric and leave a Probe in. Probe's pretty good with therapy. Anytime it's good. I might not catch it live, but I watch replays all good. Perfect. Knights with the 213 subscription as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome back. Why no Abrupticate in the 75? Because Ryan didn't send me a deck list with Abrupticates in it. We got 4 Fatal Pushes. Fatal Push is a little bit more resource efficient, so I think it's probably fine. There aren't a ton of like enchantments and stuff we need to hit in the format, right? Nope, just straight value pod. Just straight, we're gonna do silly things and pod things into other things. Make just birthing pod as the design team intended it to be played. Just good, honest creatures turned into other good, honest creatures. Little bit sad, no Reiner. Yep, we voted before we played this birthing pod deck between a Siege Rhino, Voice of Resurgence one, and this one. We should probably make a point to pod Voice into Renegade Rallier at some point in this format, and then pod Renegade Rallier into Siege Rhino. That's probably something I want to spend part of my life doing. Seems great. How do we do? We're currently 1-1 in this league. We are down a game in this third match. Hostage taker, a Delver. Huh. Yeah, I'm just gonna try this. Stifled and feel real bad about ourselves. This Veteran Explorer out. Maybe I'm just supposed to like play the VE and pass the turn. Push own Explorer. I think push own Explorer is a little aggressive. Is it? Is it aggressive? That might actually be the line. That's actually the line, isn't it? Watch them days be. I would like to turn these 2 cards into basic lands, please. It kind of looks like Veteran Explorer getting pushed over the cliff here, doesn't it? They both have like these weird hats on. They're so confused. They're like, do I stop them from killing their own card? Oh god, the blowouts. Holy crap. Do I just concede the game? Am I even allowed to keep playing at this point? I just gotta pack it in, right? Just like bow out to my opponent's superior mastery of the submerge. Oh god. Oh god, I just threw up everywhere. You think like usually I ask someone to kiss me before they rail me that hard. Usually a little peck on the cheek at least. They have a daze as well. Yep. Brady dead. It looks like opponent's actually playing the Teamer Delver deck that we played earlier today. Why is Delver so good? We would have had a push for this Delver. Maybe, Ryan. Maybe. I don't know about easy win. They still have a bunch of cards in their hand. We're pretty far behind. How do we play around days? No dinner, no movie, just pounding. Yep. My butt is sore. Please, please, mercy. Mercy on my buttocks. But I mean, like, how does that actually advance our game plan? Like, I don't have lands in my hand, so like I'm not gonna be able to play around this days later. So like I have to hope to exactly draw a land. Like, there aren't that many lands in my deck. There's a Vaseline, right? A little bit sore. Little bit sore. And that's why the Delver deck is great, right? Sometimes you just run people out of the game. There's a distinct, like, that's the problem. None of our cards do over 9,000 damage. That's why we're losing. Right, I knew we were missing something. Need more Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Check. Deathrite Shaman. Okay, Preordained means a combo deck of some sort. Probably Show and Tell since it's a basic island. They could also just be getting the basic island in Storm though because they're preparing to Wasteland because we look like a Delver deck with Deathrite Shaman on one. Let's probe them and find out. Is in fact Storm. We don't have a lot of interaction for Storm game one. Postboard, we don't have a lot of interaction for Storm either. What is this unfair deck? The Delver decks have mostly beaten the Storm decks into submission. This is unfortunate. Looking for some Cabal Therapies here. Good next turn. Pedal, Tutor. They have a good Brainstorm. We could die. Definitely did do a good Brainstorm here. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. The Teamer Delver League did not go well. I top 8'd the Legacy Challenge with it this morning, which is the reason why I ended up playing it on stream tonight. But the actual league went pretty poorly. I think Teamer Delver is actually a pretty poorly positioned deck. Really bad against all these Deathrite Shamans. Can I get a fetch land and a Cabal Therapy? All right, I will settle for one of the two things I asked for. Oh, and that actually lets me shuffle, right? I get to go Cabal Therapy. What am I taking here? Probably Infernal Tutor. Probably Infernal Tutor. Got two of them. Got two of them. Opponent chose not to shuffle. Now we want to take Brainstorm. Hey, cooldown max. Happy to celebrate my resub during this thoroughly drubbing of Storm. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. So they're gonna have Swamp, Delta, Cabal Therapy. I'm just gonna attack. Don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I wonder if I'm supposed to leave up a Deathrite Shaman activation that turn. You could die here. We could die here. But we could, in fact, lose the game. Lose the game. Please don't make me lose the game. Please don't make me lose the game. No forces here. It's about to be real good. Turn off their cantrips. Oh, God. I'm gonna start with this and fetch, I think. Deathrite Shaman up. Next turn, we can pod Leo into Glen Elendra. What are they gonna do? Board differently because they know there's a birthing pod in my deck? Oh lord, we're gonna die to an ad nauseum here, aren't we? Who's ready to die to an ad nauseum? I know I am. Man, I really wish I knew what the storm count was. They need an LED, right? And they're dead. Nice Tendrils of Agony, opponent. Yeah, still game one. All right. Those get to bring in these. Want the Snapcaster Mage. Part of the Tribunal Magistrates, right? Is this a Veteran Explorer out matchup? I know he was okay there, but he's actually not very good in this matchup in general, right? This is not a Bone Shredder matchup. This is definitely Minister of Pain. Do I have enough blue cards for Force? Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're at 22 right now. Colonel, this is probably a little bit slow, as much as that pains me to say. Hey, Giddle167 with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome. I appreciate that that new support. How do you feel about this? Leave a couple of pods in. Oh yeah. 23. Plenty of blue cards. Give this a go. Give this the old college best. You like an Edric as a card engine? How about this? I'm gonna keep this actually. It has force, and Deathrite Shaman is like actually meaningful disruption against some draws that the Storm deck has. It's definitely not impressive, but I feel like it's the low end of keepable for this matchup. Would Magic be better without Storm? Modern would probably be better without Storm. Storm's a fine power level for Legacy, I think. Yeah, almost certainly a typo, Mikey. Do I just force this? I'm gonna force this. My opponent is probably gonna have a discard spell to go off through this force at some point anyways. And like I said, the Deathrite Shaman is meaningful disruption, so I think I just want to keep it on the table here. Hopefully we draw Probe into Therapy here. I'm gonna leave this Deathrite up. I think they should just rip the Band-Aid off and ban Grape Shot in Modern. I would like to see Grape Shot get banned. And like, if you want to Storm in Modern, you have to go off with Empty the Warrens, and then you have to like find a way to give your goblins haste. Yeah, the kids are asleep. It's 20 minutes to 10 here. They go to bed about 8 o'clock. We could die here. Like, the Deathrite Shaman is not a ton of disruption. Huh. Do I eat something here to cut them off of 2 mana? I feel like I'm supposed to. Or do I save it for when they pass in flames? Am I supposed to cut them off of mana, or do I save it for when they pass in flames? I have 4 cards. I feel like we're probably dead no matter how we slice it. Hey, Prometheus! Good to see Night Jeff again. Keep Karaoke Jeff away. Hold on. 3-month in a row subscription. A quarter of a year. Welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. Another ritual. LED. And if they have tutor LED like this, then I should have just waited on... Okay, they have Dark Position. Yeah, see, I should have just waited... No, wait. Yeah, I should have just waited on... Yeah, I think I'm supposed to wait here. My opponent baited me into making the wrong play, and that's what ended up happening here. I should have just held the Deathrite Shaman because they only have the 1 tutor here. That means I could have eaten this tutor in response to the Past in Flames. And like their hand just doesn't do anything, right? Now I'm dead. Oh, they could go off with that nauseam instead. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So they're gonna have a pretty good chance of winning regardless of how they slice it. That seems fine, right? Gonna blind therapy brainstorm here. Alright, good. Just need to get that out of my system there real quick. The first therapy in the dark always names Brainstorm. Do I take this ground seal away from them? So this Deathrite can go to work? Yeah, see, this isn't the first time I've been ground sealed. Ground seal says cards and discard piles cannot be targeted. Get another blue source here so that way we can hardcast a Forcible if we draw one next turn. I just want to play my cards out. I wonder if we're just supposed to have like one uncastable hate bear in the deck we could pod into. Like if I draw a pod right now, I don't have anything meaningful to go get really. Like a Mesmeric Fiend even. Hate Sail Freebooter. Well, I guess if I draw a pod, I could play pod, play Snapcaster, pod into Leovold. Not in a great spot right now. I got like an okay clock, I guess. They're passing, that's good for us. It's insanely good for us. I am just going to flash in the Snapcaster Mage and start beating them down. It's a good draw. I'm going to play this Tropical Island out so I can activate Deathrite Shaman plus cast Force in the same turn. I think they have the Duress in their hand though, so if they can try and go off, that means they can Duress first. I think pod would be okay in modern. I think pod would be perfectly fine in modern. I think it's comical to think that pods do good for modern and the current degenerate things that are allowed to be good are good. When the last time when they banned Pod in Modern, what's it called? Didn't exist. Culligan's Command. Just okay, sure. I mean, Ryan had said he'd never lost a storm as birthing pod, so you know we'll continue that trend for him. Sweet. We're waiting for the last match in this league to pop. I'd just like to say good morning, afternoon, and good night to everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your weekend or maybe the start of your week here with us. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a TCG player and content producer, and we're hanging out playing some Legacy Birthing Pod this evening. If you're enjoying what you see, please hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see, please consider stepping up that support a little bit by becoming either a subscriber on Twitch or a patron on Patreon. Both of those help support myself financially directly, so I can spend more time doing stuff like this and less time doing other things. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. We'd love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using promo code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, and sleeves. And finally, SpareDeck.com. They offer kind of a unique service. They will rent you any physical, standard, or modern deck. And using code Hoagland7, you can save 7% on your rentals from them. Hey, Kara Paypisum with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think that's fine, Ryan. Like, Modern is full of a format full of cards that are game warping. Valakut warps games, Tronlands warp games, Eldrazi Temple warps games. Like, all of the decks in Modern are doing individually powerful things. If there's just another deck doing another different powerful thing in the format, I think that's fine. I clicked over to the Grand Prix and I regretted my decision. The Grand Prix is not even constructed, right? Will you get to spoil your Hex card before the set is released? I will. In fact, I wrote the spoiler article for the Exalted Commander that's going to go up on the main Hex TCG website. It'll get posted, I believe, on Tuesday. Spooky Halloween spoiler. Do. It's hard to engage with limited streams because like a big part of like TCGs in and of themselves aren't particularly exciting or entertaining, right? Like part of the reason you're here is not only because of Magic, but because of my personality and because like you can take what you see in a constructed stream and like actually apply it firsthand, right? Like you could get the cards for this deck and guaranteed play this deck card for card just like I'm playing here in my stream. Whereas like limited, I can see a pro or someone that's playing really well draft a particular archetype, but there's no guarantee that I'm going to be able to draft the same deck they did and play out in the same play pattern with the same tricks that they have. So it's just like the repeatability and the being able to emulate what I'm seeing. I'm less engaged in what I'm watching because I can't see it. Yeah, you can net deck from here. You can't net deck a limited deck. So like there's less engagement for me personally, at least that's why I don't enjoy watching limited, because even when I am enjoying a limited format, I can't really apply directly what they have to what I'm doing all the time necessarily. Especially when like you're watching someone draft, you're not in the drafter's head. Like watching someone draft, even a featured drafter, it's tough even with commentators because the commentators don't know exactly why the featured drafter is doing what they're doing. The old 2-2 versus 1-0. I feel like this hand is fine against 4-color Leovold. It's like literally sitting here like shuffling train tracks in my hand because my son left them on my desk. Never not blind therapy. You have to be winning to be on the winning side of the pair up. We play a lot of really rancid decks. Is this the same person we played against earlier? A different person playing this deck? Weird. Does this deck do something recently? This deck have a good finish at the Open this weekend or something like that? The second person we played playing this deck list today. I'll take a card out of their hand. I only want to take their Liliana of the Veil, right? It's 40% of the metagame, right? Alright, so they're 10 out of 10 hiding their Liliana of the Veil here. So I'm probably supposed to name Force of Will, right? I think I'm supposed to name Force of Will because it's a card that they're not going to hide with Brainstorm. Oh, they kept the Liliana in their hand. Okay. Interesting. We still hit the I guess we care about this one less than Liliana of the Veil, right? I want to Brainstorm here. Probably. Another Bayou, Underground Sea maybe? Yeah, probably Underground Sea. I'm gonna play this Veteran Explorer out, give them the option to kill it off, I think. Having played against this deck twice in this league really makes me want to play Tron. I don't think particularly often, Waffle. That's tough. It can really backfire on you. It depends on like what level your opponent's on. Things that make us want to play Tron. Yes. Okay, that's fair. Wait. Did they just... Oh, we're both selecting individually and they both come at the same time? Okay, that makes sense. Like, did they just kill that and then not get lands? What? Okay. Leovold's pretty good. Some good clean value here. Old Eternal Witness. Baleful Strix. Just gonna attack this Deathrite Shaman into the Liliana here, I think. Try and knock her down. How does this work? I don't actually get to draw, right? They don't get to draw either. Ugh. This just makes me discard 2 cards, right? Well, we tried. Yep, we tried. Yep. 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 Hostage Taker doesn't seem great. I guess it takes their Notion Thief. Murderous Redcap's a little bit of reach for their Planeswalkers, I guess. This might be a Veteran Explorer out matchup. Edric is great. Edric lets me draw cards. I like drawing cards. Alright, what do we got? It is a bad Snapcaster deck. Seems like because it is. Dumpster Fire? That's rude. It's accurate, but it's rude. Call my Dumpster Fire. Dumpster Fire worked very hard to get where it is in life. Search box is so wonderful. Just... fuck is that keep? Never use mana traders. Their whole service seems kind of awkward and like a lot of work. God, this person's draw steps have just been fucking brutal. Leading on this because I know my opponent has a Diabolic Edict in their hand. I'm conceding if they drew Liliana the Last Hope. Leovold, sure. Huh. It is a damn shame that they just put this Leovold into play. Because this Leovold wasn't... So the Leovold says whenever you become the target of a spell or an ability, you get to draw a card, which sucks. Because otherwise I would get to Snapcaster, Cabal Therapy them, and sacrifice Snapcaster, Cabal Therapy them. We're pretty hosed, right? I just, like, can't take this card off the table. Do I have Belcher built? I do have Belcher built. This feels like a good way to close out a Sunday night, doesn't it? I think we should close out the night with some Belcher. That league took over 2 hours.